The first step in Lewin's three-step change model is unfreeze. So we're going to add the entire model there, and we're just going to look at the first one, unfreeze. Unfreeze the business from its current set, shape, or form. We need a bit more of a fancy description than that. So what do we mean by unfreeze? We mean before any change program can be introduced, the management must prepare the business and the people in it for change prior to the change taking place. So our metaphor was we unfreeze it from its current shape or form. We're going to melt the ice down. What's most important with this topic is that then you can recommend some tasks that the business and the management need to perform. So what would you do to get people ready for change? Well, the first thing you've got to do is determine what actually needs to be changed. You've got to challenge the current beliefs about the business. So we looked at that in a previous topic. Just because we do something in a particular way right now, that doesn't mean we should always do that. We've got to challenge the current beliefs and determine what actually needs to be changed. What else do we need to do? We've got to give people reasons for change. So this relates to Lewin's force field theory. We've got to create more driving forces for change than there are restraining forces. Now, one way we might want to do that is to create a vision for the future. So when we looked at Lewin's force field theory, we said that's the desired future state. Give people a picture of where we're headed, what it will look like, how they'll benefit, and what we need to do to get there. And that way they'll get them on board. And lastly, create a sense of urgency so people understand why the change is needed. Just don't introduce it without explaining why, but you can always introduce a change with some compelling figures and saying our sales or market share are decreasing, this is why we need to change. But the main thing is all these things together, we're unfreezing the business from its current shape. So now we're ready to change. So this has all happened before we even start the change. So now we've done this, we're all set to move into stage 2 and implement the actual change.